Hello everybody, my name is Babu and today I am going to present some code, Visual Basic Code for adding multi-page print feature to any Visual Basic program. When I myself tried to find code for that, I did not find any good working code, and then I ended up modifying and developing my own code. This program is very simple, but it has a couple of issues like this one does not measure the page size. Instead, it counts the number of lines and prints a specified number of lines per page. In this case, I assigned 30 lines, but you can change that number 30, 20 or 40, or even you can add an input box and give the choice to the user of your program. In order to save time, I already created a project in the Visual Basic Visual Studio 2015. This program is a very simple one. It has 3 controls that are, one is a button, one is a text box, and the third one is a print document dialog box. Dialog, it is a sub actually, and we have to basically code the button and the sub, print document sub. First I will show you how to code the button. Actually, if you see this, you go to assignment, and I already added the code so that I save time here in the presentation, and I am going to explain the code to you. The code has a few variables. Important of them are txt1 and txt2, which are string variables. I first assign all the text that is in the text box to this txt1. The text that is in the text box is the one that we are going to print through this code, and that is followed by a loop. It is a do loop. What it does is it counts the number of times that a character appears in the text. In this case, the character is LFCR. As you know, probably LFCRs are the carriage return characters that are placed at the end of each line. When the control senses LFCR, the control moves to the next line. In Visual Basic, this carriage return character is defined as char 13 plus char 10. So you have to declare it as a public variable in the beginning of the code, and then x, y and z are declared as integers. And then what this code does, I used it extensively in my other programs. It is a very useful code. What it does is, as y moves along the text, whenever the character defined here is sensed, then it is counted. In this case, z counts LFCRs, and when the number reaches 30, it will call the print sub and sends all the text that is above that 20 line mark to the printer through the sub, print document sub. And at the same time, it adjusts the z to 0 and assigns the text that is below the 30 line mark to the text box again, and the counting continues. And when the number reaches 30 again, it will call the print sub again in a loop format. And since we do not expect the text to be exactly a multiple of 30, we expect some text that is less than 30 lines in length, and that will be left over in the text box. that will be printed by these 2 lines of code outside the loop. You can actually experiment with this, but this has printed without any problems, and the whole code prints the whole document without any problems. I tested it repeatedly on another computer that has the printer. Then the next thing is we have to go back and code the print document sub. This one has only 2 lines of code. One is the one that defines the font, that actually I borrowed from somewhere on the internet. The second line is the one that sends the text to the printer, which is assigned to txt2 variable. That's it. That is all the code, and you have to take care of other declarations of the variables. Now I will show you how it actually works. This printer is not set up with a this computer is not set up with a printer, but otherwise you can see the pages being sent to the printer. Here each page is sent one at a, the pages are sent one at a time to the printer, so you do not see any e dot has more pages line of code in the entire code. You don't see that line, because the printer calls each time the print document sub and sends 1 page at a time. There might be a delay of a couple of seconds between the pages, but still it is a very clean printing. So I will show you by actually compiling it, debugging it. And I have some text on the clipboard, which I am going to paste it here just for the sake of demonstration. This is about 2 lines of 2 pages of text with 30 lines per page. Now when I click the print document, you can see. So yeah, 2 lines are sent, and this is the warning about the printer not being equipped with the computer not being equipped with a printer. So that I will ignore, but otherwise it works perfectly. And I hope this will be useful to you, the programmers working with Visual Basic. Thank you.